The last time we tried streaming this game, it didn't go well, so I made it a recording last time. Now, if this starts going badly, we're stopping streaming immediately, and I'm just going to record it in relative silence, because I am not good at making jokes and stuff, especially when there's nothing to talk about with people watching. So it's usually just me playing in silence. I did say that I was going to play this as soon as it came out, possibly. Which I kind of did. I think I missed like a day. But hey. Oh, for fudging getting. I just realized now I'm using Chrome look this because I like uninstalled YouTube kind of. Because it's taking up space. Alright, so forget my channel. Can I actually see chat on the Chrome version? If not, I'll be in pain. Too much days.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these Descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Teyvat from someplace else? And as for your sister... Whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
Alrighty, here we go then. Also, I am a bit confused because I've done. Oh, wow, I've missed a lot. But you know, I am a holy fudge. I am a bit confused because I've done. Like, I've beaten Scaramouche in the story boss fight, but I don't have his domain unlocked somehow. And I don't think I can look at chat on this. Really? Can I not look at chat on this? That'd be dumb if I can't. Hold on. Desktop site. Maybe if I confuse it and think I want a computer, which would look dumb, but hey. Can I see chat now? It's gonna spend like 500 fudging minutes trying to load it, isn't it? Okay, it's loading. 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 Sorry, I'm loading chat, or at least trying to. Because alt-tabbing from this can be hard. I'm gonna turn down my graphics a bit more, because I already felt lag just going into this. Render resolution, you're already at lowest. Shadow quality. I want to keep the shadows on. They look nice. Visual effects. Eh. Visual effects. Hate that. Really? To restart the game to fix that? Okay, well for doing that, I'm putting special effects to medium and visual effects to medium because I want to keep those. Bloom... I can turn off, right? I can turn off Bloom, I think, right? Yeah, I can feel lag, so I'm going to restart. Send me notifications? No. How bad is the stream doing, by the way? Because I can't tell if it's actually lagging or if that's just my phone. All I know is that it doesn't like existing right now, right? Try this again, shall we? Launch Genshin Impact, not Fortnite. Fortnite also have an update, but my god, is it too laggy to play right now. Eventually, I'll hopefully be able to get my second monitor back, but I don't think that's coming anytime soon. That's going to be like a few years down the line. It also took me a while to start because I finally updated OBS and they've moved how you change the audio mixer stuff to sources. And I spent like fudging 20-30 minutes trying to Google why the fudge it wasn't there. Because all the other images show the old audio mixer. Where the plus is in there instead of way it with the fudge and sources. I'm actually hoping the sound is working well. I'm actually going to alt-tab For once, because I actually need to go and see this. My channel. Okay, yeah, you can hear the game. I don't know if you heard the recording there. If you did, then that's bad. We have to wait like 20 seconds for it to actually do it, because I gave it like a 20-second fudging delay. Right, environment details put way down. Still slight lag, but this is bearable for me. I mean, come on, it's me. I shouldn't expect much. Needs to go and lower some more of the graphics. And it doesn't seem like the recording's being heard, which is good. Not you're not the recording, but you know what I mean. The fucking thing of it. We're gonna put the FPS to 45. It won't do anything, except maybe I'll feel it less. I don't know. I could make it windowed. That's what I did last time. That would work. Don't want to. But that would work. Yeah, we'll probably fine with just this small amount of lag. Gonna wait for this. Do 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 do. Oh god, version 9 has 6 different page, doesn't it? Let's shut that down. Right, now we do have the issue of trying to figure out how you're supposed to get Scaramouche's boss fight, because I don't know how yet. I'm gonna have to do this later on, eh? Story quest. Oh no, Arkham quest. Yep. Oh, this is out now! I thought this was gonna be the next update. Oh, okay. Okay. We should try that later.
Once there
Shut
was
up,
a
Venti.
glorious kingdom.
We already know. And here we have Scaramouche and Ito. I don't care about Ito. Once again, those swords. That's painful. What does this do? Okay, so that is literally built for Scaramouche, and this is built for... Yeah, we're gonna go for this. If we are even ever going to do that. Do we have any of this? No. Nope. And yep. I mean, I need... No, this didn't reset. Okay, we're just gonna buy all these. 7. Okay, not bad. I could do 8, 9, and then wait a bit. And then we can do a 10 pull. You know what? Yeah, let's do 8, 9, wait a bit, and then do a 10 pull. That'll be nice to do later.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memory.
My hitbox. New quest. Is that limited? No, it's a side quest. I'll say it shouldn't be limited. They said it was going to be a permanent game mode.
This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Yes, I remember them saying that. Okay. Bonk. Wait, no. Investigate and then bonk. Oh, you can't bonk. Right. It's been a while, so I'm going to have to get used to playing this again. Domains. New ones. Yes. City of Gold. Artifacts in the middle of fudge. Why? Why is it in the middle of nowhere? Right, yeah, let's stop stalling. Let's actually go and do the thing. Now, we still have the issue of that boss fight. I'm hoping that unlocks from this. Either that, or my game is permanently screwed or missed something.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay! That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
So he's talking about the
I
island?
want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Breaking.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
I mean, he isn't
Did one of
wrong.
them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma!
Yeah, no kidding, Paimon.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here is just going about their business.
Paimon,
Maybe it really is just Paimon.
Someone
Guess
from
people
Fontaine
here
who
are
made
free
it
to research pretty
came
much
there and is now writing a play about it. And there was already someone from Sumu who came to Inazuma. We have evidence enough that Sumu kind of cares.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
It's why just a mystery of how the fudge did it get fixed or blew up. One of them was me, the other one was
Follow the
hopefully not me.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper.
Was that the guitar thing? No, it
If
wasn't.
only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing
They
we'd know
forgot
about.
to fix the text again. God dang it, what the fudge? They got the voice acting right. They fudging got the voice acting correct. But the text is wrong. You'd think after 2 years they would have figured this out. Turns out they fudging forgot again. Anyways. Howdy.
Oh, you're the
Bah.
traveler, you
I
say?
keep falling backwards.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in
I
Inazuma.
swear I know that
This is my
name.
first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
I do like your accent.
Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
Don't worry, Sumu's filled with people like that.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Probably.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Everyone's been there.
uh,
Am I
I
wrong
see.
with which island Tatara Suna is? Is that not the one with the giant furnace? The Mikage furnace?
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara Suna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
That sounds
But
like literally
the
everyone in
end,
Inazuma.
He threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
Is it the insanity
Apart
that
from the
plagued it?
sword maker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an
Scaramouche.
eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right.
It's from the
Akiba's
Irodori
teacher
Festival,
has
isn't it?
spent
The one that I
quite
forgot to
some
actually
time
play in.
researching these events on the ground. This Kabuki-mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akiba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
I think it was the other way around,
Yes,
wasn't
my
it?
thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
Nobody knows that accent. Say British.
This
What
part's
is it?
important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Like this, I feel
Even
like
back
a Britishman
then,
would sound.
Tatarasuna was already at the center of
I am,
Inazuma's
but I'm
smelting
not that
industry.
good.
The man in charge was a
Don't worry.
government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
It's weird for a British person to exist here and not in Mondstadt. I don't know.
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
Whoa!
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Haidahara,
Oh, the swordsmith?
something.
Yeah,
Ishin.
Like Ishin
Usano
Arts and
Ishin,
so
yep.
on?
There's like
Wow,
5
yes, you really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara,
Haida!
the last practitioners.
Why is
of
the first
Ishin
one I got
art.
their name correctly? It's the one that
Something then
happened.
seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
Alright, Kazuo, what'd you do this
Kaidahara
time?
Clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, for fudging,
Oh,
goddamn.
yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, don't say get on with it.
According to information acquired by Akiba's teacher, the Kabuki-mono was not a human, but a puppet.
So it's either Raiden no Makoto or whatever the fudge is, or Raiden A, whatever the fudge the puppet's name is. Makoto's the touching spirit in the puppet, isn't it? Which is A's doppelganger of like her past. Fudge, no, it's too confusing, I give up. Or Scaramouche.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
No! Paimon just meant...
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means...
Family relation is the other one. There's a typo. Right fudging here. Sorry. So are they trying to improve the blade? There is way too much lore here.
Oh, and please read.
Raiden Gokuden. What the heck is Raiden Gokuden? I swear I've heard that from like lore videos. What the heck is Raiden Gokuden? Oh, so we have to go back to Tartarus soon and find treasure chest. So this is accounts.
Sawada was encouraging me. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
But what?
To just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going
That
to
hasn't
get.
moved, apparently.
Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board.
We have some other stuff to do.
Okay, so they're gonna write an essay and we need to go and talk with...
Good luck with your...
All right,
Go on, Mooch.
thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
We also know there's apparently
Thanks so
3
much.
keys in Tartarus and treasure chest. We might actually have a piece of it. Actually, no, we probably don't. I didn't go to Tartarus that long, did I?
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it? Okay, then even if we did know some, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Probably.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
You've just said it right in front of them, haven't you? Go with the Scaramouche!
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
What the heck are you doing now?
No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Nahida, what have you been doing? Because clearly you're doing a bad job of getting him locked up unless you're watching him right now. Oh wait, hello Nahida, you're here watching him. Just kidding. Right, what the fudge is he doing? At least he didn't cause chaos yet. So we're just gonna wait a minute and then hopefully not die.
Time to go.
Wait, is that she's right here, we're fine.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah, it's him!
Sure enough,
Fair
we're
enough.
here.
Okay, so Nahida's perfectly fine with this.
What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up?
Come on, calm down a
I
bit.
know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A
Okay.
deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if
enough.
that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Nahida, you realize this man almost killed us
Worried about
twice.
you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Scaramouche, shut up.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Oh yeah, we don't know about that, do we?
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Plus, he's without any vision or
Yes,
gnosis.
He's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
Supposedly.
Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
I mean, he got locked up,
I
Paimon.
take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
What a child.
So as
Oh,
long
yeah,
as
no,
you
he
have
hates you.
some value to offer,
Oh, he's scared of you.
nobody
Right?
will
Well, not
ever
really scared, he's
abandon
just...
you.
Yeah.
But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
What?
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to
Paimon,
him.
quiet.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes,
Just straight up,
I
yes.
have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
And how's he gonna... I know
Oh,
he's in the
yeah.
tree, but how's he gonna...
Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am.
But he said it
He was
himself.
granted
He only
the
used
power
it to
to
have his
connect
tools.
with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the
Wait,
Gnosis,
what?
some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The
So you
amount
want him
of
to deposit
information
his?
in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
You're basically using him like a goddamn search engine.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
So, Vandy
If
didn't
this
help
deal
us,
with the
Zhongli
Balladeer
said they
can
can't
give you
help
the
us,
answers you've been longing
Raiden
to
couldn't
find,
help us,
then it's worth it.
and Nahida's going to help us the entire fudging way. What a gap. Huh.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
No, you sent your puppet to do
In
your bidding.
fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
You're trusting
Even
us with
though
a man
he
who
only
wants to
has
murder.
a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
So we have to watch over Scaramouche and make sure he doesn't do something stupid.
Wow.
Problem, it's
It's
Scaramouche.
pretty different here compared to last time.
Well, yeah, it's not
Colors are
dying.
gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Hello again, Scaramouche. Don't murder me, please.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful
Fair enough.
rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru.
And you're putting a puppet and a
Unlike
random
anywhere
dingus
else,
there.
Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside
You're
your
putting
differences
a
and be
fudging
extremely careful
psychopath,
as you
an
navigate
idiot,
your
and
way
a
through.
flying...
I know there are many
companion
grievances between
there.
you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety. as
Nahida, you
anything
realize what
else.
you're doing.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Okay.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at
Paimon, he
adventuring
is.
than us.
I'm on he is.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you
Paimon,
need some
he's like
time
several
to
years older
mentally
than us.
prepare yourselves?
And he's explored this world, like, entirely.
Ugh, the snark on this guy.
We've been to, like, 4
is
nations.
unbearable.
And I've barely explored them. Except Mondstadt.
We can start now.
Okay.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling?
Yep.
Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, Paimon, what'd you expect? What did Nahida just say that was?
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
This doesn't look safe. This looks like the fudging place in the Perilous Trials, almost.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Paimon's
What
never
was
seen
that tree?
anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
We see parts of those
Irminsul
trees all
is
around the
closely
domains.
intertwined with the
Oh
entirety
yeah, I
of
guess
Teyvat.
yeah, that makes sense.
Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Because you want to kill him.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay
they're
close.
listening.
Don't
is
go
listening.
running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
We'd be lost.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's
fudge
possible
it.
in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
I don't really hate you saying that. Right, so I'm guessing don't walk off the path. Don't touch it. 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 Don't touch it.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Be
don't
careful
touch it.
not to touch them.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Follow Baladi, even though you want to kill it. Wait, no, he's touching. Touch it.
It looks the same in every direction.
Yeah, that's why you must sense.
No
Yeah, there's-
wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling
He's
the truth.
saying don't touch it, but he's walking right into it. Oh, but we're about to make it.
Give me again. What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
No. Remember, you tried to kill us twice? Technically a third time if we
We're
were
here.
back in 1.1.
What a huge tree.
And God knows what happened in fudging Irodori Festival.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
No, he wants to die.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Discord call, what up?
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Oh yeah, Paimon have done this.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Okay.
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Yeah.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Come on, he still is.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay.
I have a feeling he's listening.
It was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, Do you know anything about that?
I have a feeling she told me she's
You mean the
listening.
mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono, and so on? Yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still...
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gase got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Hold it!
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So...
Oh, wait, never mind. He's just wondering why we're silent.
Have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? What?
He's found something.
This light. It looks similar...
Anonymous data.
Huh?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whoa!
Huh. Oh god, not good.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a
Inazuma,
giant
huh?
village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose.
Wait, we've become the
They
person
are
somehow, haven't we?
motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
We've seen a
Yes,
Akame,
well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So
Okay.
you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
What?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
Oh no.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Grab a blade, grab a blade.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
No
Drop the
kidding!
act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
That's a knife, that's a knife! Hey, he's
Just
getting
by
it.
now.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
Assassination complete.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But
The Fatui has been found
this
out
makes
for
no
years.
sense.
They don't
What are
give
you really
a
trying to
fudge.
accomplish by all this?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
So this is how they set up part of the disaster for Inazuma.
That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However,
So they're gonna
I
make the
did not
Fatui
make
save
it
them.
with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Did the doctor kill this man, put this man's heart in Scaramouche, and bada bing, bada boom,
What
give
a
up the
beautiful
Scaramouche?
way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead. What a pity.
God dang, that's all. Oh, and here he takes
Jester,
the
I have
disguise.
completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not,
Wait, no, this can't
let's
be
turn him to
Scaramouche.
dust.
Right? Is Scaramouche a Shogun's puppet?
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore?
Like, that's completely different hair. Oh, no.
Dottore!
Oh, no.
Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into... But why did we see things from his perspective?
Because he knew we were going to
When
do
I
this.
touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be...
I mean,
anywhere
when
near
you're
him
told
right
that
now.
betrayal never actually happened,
We need to give him
but
some
it
time
still
to
got
process
you
his emotions.
murdered or damaged or something, then yeah, it's gonna do something.
About the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but
What?
why has that gotten
Paimon.
him so worked up?
Might have been his friend.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Hey.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
Which it did, and the
Of all
new
the
Fontaine
unwitting
mechanic came.
participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me."
No, that's the heart.
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
So,
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
well, at least he's seeing this.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Oh no.
Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
He's smiling. Why?
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, aren't you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Then why was our sibling not considered?
Don't thank me just yet.
Oh.
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Wait, why?
About what?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Khaenri'ah. Apparently, Khaenri'ah was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
What?
Heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Khaenri'ah, and lived with your sister for a time.
Dainsleif? No. Dainsleif?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is...
Is it
I
Dainsleif?
wouldn't lie to you about this.
Royal Maid.
Did you get
No,
all
he's
that?
captain.
Lesser Lord Kusanagi?
He's captain.
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this
He's like a
info
royal
count towards
captain,
my
not
mission?
mage.
It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
He might be an Abyss
Very
Lecton.
valuable.
Or like a version of
Good.
Abyss Lecton.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
What?
What have you done?
He do
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand.
Not really much you can do, so might as well.
Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
He's noticed something up.
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here.
Scaramouche, no! Scaramouche, no! No, Scaramouche, don't!
Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh, Scaramouche, you
From this day
idiots.
forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist.
Nahida, do something.
Those who died in
Nahida, do something.
Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Scaramouche, you don't understand. Shooting past is very dangerous.
Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Is Nahida not gonna do anything, or did she just leave us? Oh, well, we're dead.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Yeah, no kidding, Paimon. She's so missing. What?
Can you hear me?
Oh, thanks for watching.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by
The
some
shield
kind of
lasted
power.
longer than we expected.
It was
Oh
the
no.
Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
Oh my god, Nahida, you idiot.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he
You forget,
keep
he's a
his
bit
power
weird.
hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Yeah, God knows what's about to happen in here. And again, if something that bad happened in here, the entire world of Teyvat would be gone. Oh, continent. How unfortunate. No, it's confusing.
We're out, and we're at an inn or something.
What did you
This
expect?
is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
So what are the
An
chances this has gone horribly wrong?
How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
We can guess what he was about to do.
Don't
Paimon
worry.
can't, but we can guess.
If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Okay, so
Please
Nahida can
rest and
guess what he
recover
was
your
trying to
strength
do.
Here until I say it's safe.
I'm guessing.
Her voice has gone.
She's guessing that he's gone back to change his
Paimon
past.
can't shake the
We know
feeling
he's
that
doing.
Something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before? He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Wait, you can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life!
Paimon. We have bad news to tell you, but we can't tell you.
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this?
Because
Paimon
it is
can't help but
possible
feel
and it
scared
has
about what he
happened.
might do. Ooh, Paimon's so confused. Huh? Ah! Sorry, Paimon accidentally. It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working.
So we have the danger of Balladeer is everywhere now.
That little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
That's what Nahida's worried about, Paimon.
There's nothing we can do about it at
Well, you know,
this
why would they
point.
just be... Oh, because
Hey,
then he might have...
Have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Scaramouche better not delete Kazuha somehow.
So,
For fudging...
how about,
Hmm.
we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things. All right, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake.
I like a lot of these from...
Chili chicken.
Okay, that's...
Almond tofu. Satisfying
A
salad.
lot of these are from Monster.
Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple
Okay.
layered consomme, lotus
Now we're going
seed
to
and
leeway.
bird egg soup, and
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, it's just time passing.
what was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember. The Balladeer?
He's done it.
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name, though. What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something? So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Oh, no. So wait, he actually just went up and did it then. He did it literally fudging not... Well, didn't seem to be able to do anything. Or did Nahida just reduce the impact because she can't get him out of there? Because, my god, this is going to go horribly wrong. Oh god. It's been so long since it's been in Inazuma. Have they changed how the Inazuma look? That water doesn't look normal. It looks better.
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. No. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden.
Oh, Gokuden
of
is the...
5 branches.
Right, that makes sense.
Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft
And Kaldahar was
until
part
they
of the
became
Ishin.
5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive.
I mean, Kaldahar's still kind of,
Unfortunately,
but not well.
Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2
Wait, what?
clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present
Yeah.
when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were.
Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokunen, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
Sounds like Scaramouche.
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but
So,
neither of them made it out.
Scaramouche
The
killed
smith's
himself
death,
100 years ago.
though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world.
So they made a
In
second
his
Scaramouche.
heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry.
So either Nahida
In his
placed
fury,
a
he
secondary
murdered
Scaramouche,
indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute,
or
the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden.
Scaramouche just can't die.
But when he came to the Kaedehara
Or
and
he took his
Kamisato
own
clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke
That's
for a
different.
while over some tea.
He went traveling.
He seemed well. My pleasure.
Yeah, same cousin, but he's
Don't
traveled.
tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? You're question says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next step. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
So we're going all over Inazuma to see what the fudge going on.
Go.
Yashiro. Okay, we're looking for Ayato and possibly Ayaka as well, but really depends on who's there at this moment.
We're here. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
I don't remember that being your voice, okay.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not
Dang
here
it.
right now.
At least you know
Are
they
they
exist.
out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to
At least
wait
we've
inside
confirmed they're
until
still
they get back.
alive and not gone from
What do you
existence.
think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
Okay, so we're still
We'll
considered
be heading
close to
in
them.
then. Thanks.
Basically doing a damage report.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say? Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings.
Yeah, that sounds
and
about right.
occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Oh, spin crystal.
Very much so.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So
Yeah, that seems
you're
about right.
not just Miss Kamisato's knight in
Of course, it
shining
comes to
armor,
scroll up
you
against
know.
Inazuma. Great camera work,
You're a
actually.
hero to us all.
All of Inazuma, pretty much. Holy God.
I mean it. Whenever the Commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away. The Commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma's a much better chef than most. The Commissioner is so fond of home comforts. They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone.
I don't know why, but the voice actor was doing so well, I'm guessing the voice was starting to die.
Whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met and experiences they've had, you always get a mention. It's been many years now since the late Mr.
Why have they started
and
talking
Mrs.
like that?
Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy.
I bet you part of this
so
because they actually
much.
forgot to give them a lot of
So,
story.
in the future,
in the
if
past.
you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. Wonderful. Thank you.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here
God dang it,
being
Paimon.
really great. Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon. Ideally around dinner time.
Of course. You're always welcome.
All right, goodbye for now. Where are we going next? Great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Someone has been watching us.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
I don't know if that's just
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
random. No, they're still there. It might
Very
just be
well.
random placement.
Safe travels.
I thought maybe
Bye.
Ayato had like spies on us because he has spies on everyone pretty much. I was suspicious about. But why did he suspicious? It would make sense
Time to
for
go.
him to be here. So now we're going to Tartarasuna to see what the fudge is going on. And I am right, that is what a Mikage furnace is, I think. So we once again have someone changing time, but this time it's by someone who has no gathering experience and no backup. Nahida, granted, had barely any experience,
Everyone hold
but
hands.
had a backup. Known as being like replacing everything with herself. Because she was just replacing history. Scaramouche is trying to change history, which is what's causing the problem.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something? Or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the traveler and Paimon?
I thought you left to go fudge and do that. Wait, no, someone else.
What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth.
Good.
If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not
Good to
only
see you have a
that,
voice
but
now.
I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true. The history. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
Yeah, very serious.
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either.
Oh,
There was a
no.
guy back then too.
The one back then was
They
the
say he
tour.
was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
He isn't from Fontaine.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about...
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned. course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens.
Okay, you just came up with
I'll
that.
be there for you.
We've only barely been in Sumu and barely met that thing.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
So we're going back now that we've confirmed that nothing bad has changed. There's still the issue, of course, we don't actually know what it could have fudging happened, but it wasn't seem to be what the fudge. Don't touch that.
I see everything.
I just realized what I was standing on and I'm going to fudging die. If I do this.
Shine down.
Aha! Right. Back to Sumu. In a minute, I need to go and get water because my throat wants to kill me. Whoop-de-doo.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
No. Hello, howdy. I have returned. I'm surprised I haven't even gotten the spam bots in yet. Like, by now, at least they would usually show up. Is this on? Oh, there's something gonna happen in 20 minutes I won't actually look at.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Of course, I'm streaming goddamn Genshin Impact, and yet I learn that I'm still in that. Woo. I might go put a link to that in my chat when it's over. Anyways, I'll probably be done by the time I'm done with this anime. Time to continue with this.
Time to go.
Oh, hello, Matt.
Hey, it's them.
Why do you look so serious?
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
Okay.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
Yeah, your details would have changed, wouldn't
It's
they?
the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh, of course.
We should make sure not so much changed. Ooh. Changed. The mechanic. Yeah.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
They've changed it. They put it in yellow for what's changed, thank God.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information?
What did you find out?
It's a long story. Basically...
Yeah, we're adding more to their story.
Wow.
But
so many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information
Hey, you could
actually
say the
lends
words
further
along.
credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These
Yep.
guys are really into this.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
No problem.
Welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
So he's done it. But is he actually gone? Because the wish banner says otherwise. I really wish they left the wish banner to be the second half and hidden it.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then he decided...
The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of...
Yep, not even Nahida knows. I just unplugged my mic. Let me just check that I'm still being able to talk. Yeah.
Troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Do we risk tell them? This is the issue. Yep.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
Scaramouche's or hers? Hopefully just... Yeah, hopefully just Scaramouche's.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer...
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
Yep.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that. Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died. Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try.
But all he did was get himself
killed. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
So many references to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Found it. This should be the one.
You can just summon knowledge like
It
that?
turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Wait, so you can just store memories that have been done? Yeah. Yeah, don't fool, chair. I'm trying to lean back.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This is her personal memories that she saved in a way that Irminsul can't catch, isn't
I
it?
authored this record myself.
Yeah.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes.
Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact.
So that's what you were doing in the last minute.
Information in Irminsul
You knew you couldn't
changes
do
to
anything.
that.
So you did it like that.
Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's
Yeah.
incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
And we confirm this
There
what?
was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
Yeah.
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur
Is this
like
the other
ours,
traveler? Or was
you are
this...
still
No, it wouldn't be
one
the
of
tour.
us.
Unless it's...
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice.
Wait, was this
Gray fox stood
Scaramouche?
up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it.
Right, that's the tour.
The gray fox's heart was turned
It's
into
the
a
tool.
beautiful drop of
And the
water,
kitten
clear,
was...
spotless, and pure.
Scaramouche? Okay. I'm trying to figure out the goddamn allegory in this.
The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live.
And that's the story we
Passed
saw.
away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
But the doctor
Never
played
again
something to
would
do
it
that.
cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
This is vengefulness going too far.
I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
So he was planning on destroying everything to make only one thing exist.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories.
Wait, what?
I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet.
Yeah, he wouldn't even need to think.
Hello,
welcome to the stream.
Scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious.
I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
So you basically just compressed into a zip file.
Hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
Yes, he did, it seems.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
So that's why we're still looking
We
for
still
it.
don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
Why are we feeling like Scaramouche?
Sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
This is quite the issue
So the
indeed.
answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When
But
you
of
give
course it
someone
went
the
badly.
truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny.
And we did that,
To
and he
others
chose
looking on,
death.
this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot.
And he did. And again,
Never forget that
It still
even when we
hurts.
walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward
This
a
is
better
how
destination. And that is what
divine
you've been
knowledge
doing all
created.
along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
why is it every single time we come in this building, we get some of the largest goddamn lore drops? Like, I know it's called the Rainforest of Lore, but it's the Rainforest of Lore, not the Building of Lore. Right, let's see, will this trick work again? I don't think so. We'll still try to do this trick, so if we just... This only works like Nilu's story quest, I think. No, it only works for Nilu, I think. You can't just hug this wall and it'll teleport you in. Because Nilu's trigger is absolutely fudging large. It's meant to be as soon as you walk into the door. So you could just walk above the door. Somewhere there. So if I walk like here, does that work? No, it requires you to be inside. Okay, they learned. They learned from Milu. That isn't a door.
Time to go.
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Forbidden knowledge.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Yeah.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Scaramouche can't have been gone, otherwise there'll be more forbidden knowledge or something, I feel like.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be
Well,
a
okay
small
then,
problem
there he
with that
is.
bill. Look, here.
Except he's blue. And with a smaller hat.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That's Scaramouche!
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
Used to wander.
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
I mean, no, fine, we're fine to be in sight. Just don't act suspicious. It's that simple. Oh, hey, buddy. You said you were out of Sunsetias.
In my opinion.
Can you escape for this one? Yeah, you can. Open, says I. What is going on?
Yeah.
He's... Oh, he's not
This'll
nursed.
do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
Yeah.
Have we met before?
He doesn't know.
No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
It looks pretty
Sorry,
exactly like
but
him.
I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right. The look on his face.
Why did we tell him that, though? He might have,
I
like,
guess you do
regressed
know
then.
me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Yeah, sure. If we're allowed to.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
So we've confirmed that this is 100% Scaramouche and not just... well, it is alternate dimension Scaramouche, but, like... not so alternate that the Raiden Shogun didn't make him. This is still him.
Time to go.
And since he's a puppet, and we've confirmed that, he didn't die in the furnace. Or at least not like the records say. Why not tell me Fudging came back as a completely different person? It's rebirth, isn't it? It's the ideal of rebirth. God dang it. I mean, yay for Scaramouche, he's back, but... they kind of tried to give Cole and Nahida that. Why is Scaramouche getting the same treatment? It's fine, it's done differently.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
He doesn't have a life, I'm guessing he's about to say that, but then stop himself.
You're right.
Yeah.
Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the
Does
city.
he just want to find somewhere to be, and
Don't
now we're
mention
trying
it,
to
kiddo.
ruin it accidentally?
I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find
We aren't
your
we?
path.
Or does he actually know what he's done, and is now trying to change that? I don't
All right,
fucking know.
done.
Well, no, because then he
Thanks
would
for
know
waiting for
us,
me.
wouldn't he? Yes, he doesn't. Okay, this is confusing. Welcome to Sumu. Very confusing. I don't know what's going on. Fudging amazing. 10 out of 10. Wouldn't know again. Right, time to go investigate this with Nahida and see if she even recognizes... Well, no, she wouldn't, but... Would she? Yeah, no, she wouldn't. We'll see, though. Nahida, we found a guy. Looks suspiciously like the guy who tried to murder us like 4 or 5 times.
Nahida! Nahida!
What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots.
Fair enough.
But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yeah.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Oh no.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
But you're here.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
Oh, you got that down, right?
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
No kidding, huh?
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but he's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Welcome now,
Lord
Paimon.
Kusanali. As the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
You say that, but they almost have. You almost did it. You were so close. This is gonna be a hard one.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
I'm on. I don't think we should.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on
Never
my
mind.
behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Well, I get to see this once, so I might as well take a picture of this. Actually, I probably should take a zoomed out picture of this for Scaramouche in it. And wait, we can talk to him?
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
I mean, we're going for... Oh, no, wait, no, we're not. Here we go! Oh, it's a dome! Yeah. The only reason Kami party levels lowered mech pen is because the heat is level 70, but trust me, the heater can handle herself. Okay, no, she can handle herself with the Raiden, but it's fine. And Kaza. And Bandit. That's definitely by herself, though.
This looks like Inazuma.
Oh yeah, no kidding,
Right now,
Paimon.
you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
Your current form does.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation.
This is where
had a great
someone
many
died
memories
putting the memories.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
Yeah, good point,
In the
Paimon.
original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
We all asked that question,
Nagamasa,
Skirmish.
I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Woo! I can just, punch you in your traps. Kazuha ignores all of it. Never use Inazuman traps on an Inazuman traveler. You motherfudging tried to do it twice, you sneaky goddamn piece of... Anyway.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
New memory.
Whoa, this is where you were born?
It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
Oh, this place is dangerous air, doesn't it? And only Scaramouche lives.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died.
Child that died
and
on
then my
him.
dad got sick.
Oh no.
He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him.
This is the
After
one that
his mother
died too early.
The child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
No.
What happened to the child then?
Dead.
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something!
It was traumatizing for him.
You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me
Of
too.
course, the Shogun appears. The 3 betrayals.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
That's the important bit. Your 3 betrayals.
Let's keep going.
So why is this like a level 80 domain? The only thing here was like
Time to go.
2 traps, 3 traps. Like that was it. 3 traps you could just ignore. Oh, for fudge's sake, here comes the spam bot. Time to get rid of them. Gonna have to do it on PC because I don't have a way to run it myself. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You don't think they would just give up eventually? Or, you know, YouTube would actually have my back for a while. But maybe I don't stream enough. Or I'm not popular for YouTube to actually care about this. Then again, they are different spam bots every time. Well, no, it isn't. It's the same type of spam bot, but you know what I mean. It's a different fudging user every time, with a different message. Reports. Reports. And remove, just in case. Report 2, remove 1.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
And the other 2 are still showing up? What the fudge, you two? Oh yeah, because I'm not able to do that on this, am I? Let me just F5 and see if the other 2 messages come back up. If they do, then I'm deleting them. Oh, this is weird hearing 2 versions of this at the same time. It's like double time. It's cool though. I'm gonna continue this whilst YouTube decides to
You
load
do
back up.
realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting.
Are we going to see the Jester? Because we're hearing the Jester now. That's cool.
This way, pretty.
What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drill
I'm sorry that you haven't called lore Jester, but I'm currently murdering everyone.
fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and
This is where we got destroyed.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
The second time
Such
we
a
almost died.
creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't
Senora.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan.
Wait!
Perhaps you find fighting in
Is
the abyss
Senora
to be a
not
more
going to
meaningful
be
use of your
dead in this
time?
timeline now?
Oh, but of course. Even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
I do like this music.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Scaramouche is actually just trying to save Senora here.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make
If
you
Senora
want to destroy
listened
it
to Scaramouche here,
Do you remember
we
the
might not
last
have
time
even
we were here?
lived. We might have
That was
just
a lot
died
of
to Raiden Shogun.
swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else.
But then the fact that Scaramouche wouldn't be
See
in
you at the
this
victory feast.
reality, that means Senora had to do something different, which resulted in her
Poor
not
little
dying?
She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
So this happened just before we got here. But then, what happened in that?
Plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer,
Because
are you able to
here, the only
continue?
reason we're angry is because we found Scaramouche again.
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
This is where the story it gets incredibly
Why are
screwed
you
up.
staring at me in silence?
Unless
Can't you think
this
about
is the
next
reality that
way
happened
to
afterwards. We
express
fought this and got angry fighting this,
I
or
under
lost
no
fighting this
obligation
and
to be
died.
nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
You just got a moose skin for chewing.
Can't run from death.
Looks like
And
we've
now we're
arrived in
modern day.
Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
And you should know that we tried to kill you and did kill you. Well, no, we killed your clones. Now
The
shut up and
biological
stay dead.
transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Yeah. This could go horribly wrong. At any minute.
Nothing
And
worse
it
than what
did.
I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information.
But you can't, because he's gone from this reality now. I get this is memories, but now this is just putting to light the amount of stuff that should be gone. Right? I almost hit add motivate on the spam button trying to move it. That would have been bad.
Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they'd think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
No, they know.
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Once again, we entered the fudging building, and we get the biggest lore drops of the entire game. Why don't we just keep entering and exiting the building? We'll just learn the entire game from that. Watch, we're gonna go to Fontaine next, and there's going to be a quest there. All of the quest lines will be like, yeah, lore, and then we go back here, and we get a massive lore
You're
drop.
a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
Nahida, what the fuck?
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
So this is how they're gonna fill the lore gaps. He wants to make it happen again.
Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
That depends.
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Oh no.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Oh no.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you,
kinda did.
grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Uh-oh.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Can he even handle himself?
Is he alright?
Okay. Welcome back! Oh no you don't!
Hey! Are you done yet?
I'm not that. Oh my god! Giant laser beam!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
What? I thought he was reaching out for himself, but no, himself grabbed him. What? He shall now challenge himself.
Die.
Oh god.
This is true.
We play as only him?
Have you got any more stupid questions?
Let me just figure him out, hold on.
Behold. At my command, you shall fall.
I think it's going the other way, yourself.
Swan Fury.
There's no way to heal, because my god, he's going to die.
Perish! Quick, follow me. Insignificant past! Behold!
You cannot stop yourself!
Unsightly insects! My endless cycle!
Oh god, get up!
Upon the gale.
That bad timing!
Behold, feeble human!
This is not safe. I'd better have like the situation that we get with Fudgin Raiden Shogun's fight, because I'm not living this. Oh, I might, who knows?
Insignificant Swan Fury!
Is this safe?
How amusing.
It was not safe. Ah, it's safe enough, I'm not dead.
Cry loud!
Perish! You are gone.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did
He
you
defeated
expect?
himself.
I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
What?
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
You can change your own
That
life.
doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish.
You know exactly
What
around
you
it,
were
yeah.
looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed.
Yeah.
How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry
he
if
still
I
thinks
have a
that.
slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Okay.
Traveler.
Oh no.
After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
Okay.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feeling. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Saying from experience.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
And nope. That's some pretty realistic thinking.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Huh.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too.
No.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Wait, what?
Have you got anything?
Oh, God. So I could keep it as Wanda, but I don't know if I want... Can I just make you Scaramouche? That'd be so much easier. Scaramouche.
I have no need for these names anymore.
Oh.
Okay. Have you got anything?
So we can't use Scaramouche. Oh, I'm missing one letter. I was gonna put Raiden Fandango. Why can't they have one more character? I could make it look like that and it would be very weird. Hurts so much not be able to fit it. Ominous Fandango, and it keeps your ties to Raiden Shogun, so remember exactly who you are in case somehow I forget.
Are you sure? Oh, alright. If you say so.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
It's not his own, but hey.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see.
How are we going to do that?
That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. No nonsense. I like it. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah.
True. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
Oh yeah, because he still has part of him that remained from the previous life. Well, the life that he was going to get, the ultimate life.
Both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Mission destroy the timeline once again. Success. Whoop-de-doo.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
What convenient timing. And now we return. I just realized what I could do. Wait, no, I don't have a catalyst that does that, do I? Oh, I do. 2, 4, 6, 5 to 15. That's 15% HP. And you get your burst pretty often, and I don't really need HP that much. I could very well replace Bennett. But then that would make Shogun a bit useless.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together.
Then again, Denjo is a... It's moderately good for reacting with Electro. I really need to replace Kazuo with a constant Hydra applicator then, if I were to do what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking about team composition to actually get him.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Why don't you remember it?
You sound lost and confused.
Alice?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Paimon can hear it?
Unfortunately, The fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say?
This is either Alice
When a
or it's
small animal
the unknown
runs
god.
into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
That's either Fontaine, the god of law, Alice, which would make the most sense, but also no, or the unknown god, which would make sense why how they do that, but not why they do
Go
that.
get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there.
Oh, it's called a very special item. Okay, so you can change his name once. I feel like you should be allowed to do it infinite times. Seems unfair to only do it once. Now let's see us not get him at all, boys. Called it. Okay, so we got it third, so we need to do like 3 more wishes to get another 4-star. Or guaranteed 4-star. Yeah, okay. That is painful though. No more, I'm not giving up there. Well, let's get to work then. Oh, yeah, we have this to do. Never mind, let's go do this instead. This should get our minds off of everything that's happened. At least a little bit. Oh, hey, it's Sucrose.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it? You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction. Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe...
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside. Just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar-looking cards before. So I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
It's literally one of her.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why?
It's not
Is
not
this
research.
an area of
It's not
research that has
research.
started trending in the alchemical community?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place. But this is the first time we've ever actually seen any of the cards.
Yeah?
We didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt. Must be pretty popular, huh?
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the
the way
casket
my
of
chair
tomes.
just knocked itself down.
After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
So they've just made a parody of parody.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how...
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
And you're about to play cards.
That's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that...
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter. Okay, fine. Paimon's curious and would like to give it a try. Please? Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, because Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang
That's the
of it.
same with any board game.
Understood. Traveler? Paimon? Let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
It's become an icon on the map now. Ooh. This is the first time I'm actually being allowed to enter this. And so some people made jokes about the fact that you can't enter it because of what it could have been. Not saying any more in fear of me getting banned, but hey.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice
This is what the inside of
surprise.
this place looks like.
Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it?
They've decorated the cats.
I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry. sorry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail?
He's a bioalchemist.
I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, just think, Sucrose become a lot less shy.
We're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
That's probably a good thing.
Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers? Speaking of which, I believe you've already met.
Met who?
You know Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all, so I thought having a cat take care of our new customers would be quite a nice touch.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
Paimon is a joke.
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an
You wouldn't happen to know Fisher, would you?
Oh? What's that? Shuyan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modifications of the
Sucrose,
language
this is
center of
probably
his brain?
Fisher's father or something.
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
Yes, it was the sacred duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bonds of...
So, playing Genius Invocation...
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline. That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh?
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty cardmaster Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty
Just appears from
busy over
nowhere.
here, you know? Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that?
What can I say? As the tavern
Brothers know the
owner,
voice actors
I can't
back.
help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink.
Diona, have you looked at who we are?
You know,
if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there.
So yeah, they've completely replaced this area. That is the most detailed minimap I've ever seen in my goddamn life in this game. What the fudge? Why is it so detailed? Who are you? Welcome to the secret boss fight. Anyway.
Okay, let's go
We're
through the
going this.
rules. First things first. You'll be needing your decks.
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
That's right. We have some cards.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that. Okay, let me think. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
We commit steal.
That's okay?
Nope.
It's already been a few days, and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything. Please.
God dang it, Diana.
So now we have 2 character cards.
Yep. So, are you ready to start? All right, then let's begin.
Here we go. Time to learn to play an entirely different game in a game.
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew. Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours.
Simple.
Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
We have them. He seems to be the strongest one. Yeah. Oh, that's what... No, that's not what those mean. 3 pyro... Wait, it's literally your attacks. Those are literally your attacks in game. Yeah, you do more damage from this. Physical damage dealt compared to pyro damage. Duration rounds 2. Okay. Deals 8 pyro damage and pyro infusion. Wait, it's literally just... It's very similar to the actual abilities.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Wait, so maybe I should have started with him, actually, because then he could use the ultimate...
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round.
Okay.
These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions.
Okay, fine.
Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the act during the action phase. Of course, the most common action.
So, is that their cost?
Not bad. You just made your first attack during the action phase after you use a skill. And as you can see,
Oh, so that's turns, that's cost? And those are infinite elemental
now,
energies.
these are Omni-Element dice. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the...
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
That was pretty good! But the game has only just... As much as we'd... After you end round, and once everyone chooses end...
So it's a Hearthstone, but slightly different.
Alright, and a fresh new... Ooh, that's some terrible luck. But don't worry, situations once per round, you can select all the...
It's once per round, okay.
When the action phase begins, the player who first... This means that since you finished first... Alrighty then, each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 Once Diluc's energy is full, never mind. Diluc's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of... In any case, your normal attack needs...
So, no matter what, you need these. Right. Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, okay. Oh! So now we can use our burst.
Now we have 3. It's time to use...
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna teach us now the Genshinified version of this.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation. Next up, it's time for your... Oh, it seems like any move by Kai is gonna cut...
Okay, that's pretty good.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your...
Yeah.
Dodge this!
So now they have the cryo effect, we have the pyro effect.
Good! Now our opponent is of different types of elemental damage. Affect
Yeah.
at the moment. Your opponent is affected by... Oh! That reminds me! Both sides must have 1 active character, while...
Yeah.
We can only use... Now, if we want to use the skills of... In this case, we'll have to switch to... You can spend 1 elemental die of...
Let's go.
Switching
Ah.
characters is an action, just like using...
I see.
Most
So,
skills can only
you
target
wanna-
the active character. Alright then, now that Diluc is...
You want to try and avoid...
Because the opponent is already affected by when triggered, Meld increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Haha! Genius!
So basically you want to avoid changing characters unless you're setting up something. Got it. There's 4 basics. Action cards and support effects. This is the more interesting part, I think. Isn't it? Yeah.
Alright! right! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character. These cards are each time a match starts, you have to draw.
Here's where it becomes even more like Hearthstone, okay. We don't have Geo in it.
Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can.
Do 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 do. Ew. I'm guessing that was rigged.
Seriously? We still don't have it? Well, never mind. Even in cases like don't underestimate action cards. They can... So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type.
Okay.
Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient.
So white is same type,
elemental dice.
grey is different, and I'm guessing we're playing all of them.
Cross that bridge when we get there, though.
So we give D-Look
playing
it.
An action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Simply put, you can continue to act even. But wait, D-Luke's element. Well, not a problem. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into. And this card isn't useful.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. So we can discard it to the right. And then we can turn something into...
You won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't ingenious invoke. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless, just like playing cards from your hand. Ellen, come on, hurry up! Use it. Well, would you?
What's this? Oh.
Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Huh. Okay, so that's what those do. Intent and final test. Okay. So this is what's going to let us actually play the game.
Now comes the final part! Hoo yeah! At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle.
Okay. Why? Also, what character card is that? Wait, what the heck?
Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, but oh boy, let's see how you do this time. Remember,
I feel like we want to do this, wouldn't we? Although Cryo is harder to get, we can make it so that... Yeah, we can make it with your ultimate, we can make it when we go to D-Look, you'll have Cryo. And then it's only when you switch. None of that's Cryo, so we replace most of that. 2 Cryo, not bad.
hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one last trick, free of charge.
Oh.
You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent. Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round.
I'm guessing that's not in multiplayer.
All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed. Reference this to come up with effective... Well then, that's the end.
So he's gonna do 2 physical attack. We can do this to... we can spend 2 of the same, which we have. Do that. Convert into Omni sword characters, that'd be great. So, give this to you. Fujio, yeah. Give this to you. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the Omni on that. Like, pay 2 same element. Okay, I was trying to. Now you have a sword and artifact. We can use you to turn those into Omni, and then we can get the damage in. But we'll save that if we want to do more damage. Wait, 0, 2 random. Oh. better to charge it up though. Deals 4 cryo damage, deals 3 physical. Yeah, do this.
Dodge this!
Elemental dice. Convert those to Omni. That's not what it costed last time. I can't undo it either. I'm an idiot. Wait, I can... Nah, it won't work. I'm an idiot. End round. I'm an idiot. I just wasted the Paimon card.
Every time you hit an end phase, remember,
Oh, cool.
you have to make use of both your...
Yeah, I messed up with the Paimon card. Oh, wait, you gave me 2 of that? Okay. I probably should have switched character, actually, I think about it. Whips. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. Oh yeah, what if I didn't do anything? Or was it only once? Once per... Oh, okay. Wish I read that. Yeah, we're gonna use this to do an the Omni attack. Do it.
Freeze!
And then we're gonna use the turn to give D-Luke the Claymore. Give D-Luke the artifact. Don't recycle these yet. And then we're going to switch character. How do you switch character? Switch character. Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, that's not good. They're starting first. Oh yeah, now you give me a cryo one. Okay. Want as many pyro and omnis we can get. I just realized, if that symbol means Omni, we have that symbol. So does Paimon, doesn't she? That has just accidentally revealed a lot. Right, we don't need this, don't need these, yeah. Go to this. Rid of this. Okay, I was scared there for a second. Why is it saying nothing sometimes? We'll save that in case we need it. You know, I have 3 pyro ready to do things with. Yeah, I can just kill him here because of the extra attack. Yeah, do it. Boom. Probably gotten that better and faster, it's just the fact that I'm getting used to this. This is definitely a fun card game, though, if you can get used to it.
All right, cool. What we just played was an adventure challenge. The Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character but the rules are all the same.
Although I feel there are still many details.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what
Yeah,
are
he's
you
an
doing
assassin.
here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with...
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right...
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact...
Wait! This...
It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation
A customer left it behind a few days ago. But he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away.
It was Kaya. It was Kaya. It was Kaya.
Eye patch?
That's Kaya.
I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share.
I challenge you to a duel is cool, but this guy's chill.
I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the Cat's Tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time.
Okay.
Good. Then I'll take my leave.
Watch him be the final boss of the card game.
The door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel.
Here we go.
This sounds like fun. But in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards.
Each.
Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose character. Alright,
Okay.
let's duel.
I'm guessing they left out Animo on purpose for the first while, because Animo is like one of the more thoughtful elements. They made Mono an action. They made these characters actions? Not characters, really? I should have checked
The
them.
adventure challenge you tried previously in a duel. Your opponent can also use at the same time. Your opponent must. Are you ready?
Okay, so let's see. Gains 1 energy. Okay, that's cool. Woo! Draw 2 cards. That seems good. When a character uses a skill. That's an artifact. Shift 1 G from. I see. Why is it Mona, Albedo? Why is Mona? Albedo and Klee I get. Why is Mona involved? No, I shouldn't question it. Right. Active character, you have same stuff. Animo damage. Animo damage. Yes! Gives me it, okay. So, Cryo Swell, we can do that. Cryo and Pyro. Oh, so Swell just makes it like a AoE effect. You'd probably be great to swap to, not to start with. Let's check on cryo damage. +2. Ah. I do like how I can actually look this up from here. Physical, yeah. Oh. Okay. Right, it might be best to start with you. No, you have the most things. It seems like 5 stars have 3 energy, whilst 4 stars have 2. But that could change. I mean, you have the cheaper burst, but also your burst play does less. Yeah, I feel like getting you prepared and then doing you would be best. Yeah. Where's my usages? Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with Kaya.
This will be interesting.
I realize that our Hydra one is useless. All this is useless to me. All this is useless to... I'm thinking about maybe I keep the... Yeah, I'm not doing swap this round, am I? Let's just do that. Really? Alright. Active character needs 1 energy. That'd be nice to have. Do that. Since I have low energy, I'm going to play this. Draw 2 cards. No, no. Since I'm not planning on using Diluc, we're going to change Pyro into this. And then we're going to do one of... Oh. That hurts. Yeah, do that. I think that'd be best. And then... Oh, we can only hit the active weight, yeah. Regular attack. Energy's charged. Whoa, 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 what? That was something I didn't read up on. Oh! But that's not my previous... Oh, but it doesn't give me back the card. And I just realized I didn't do a cryo thing, so that was completely useless. Okay, we're gonna play this and we're gonna end our turn, since we can't actually do anything. I'm hoping that this thing that actually keeps throughout the rounds. Yay, Miku, okay. Cryo, 2 cryo, that's... We're dealing with Pyro and preferably Animo right now. Oh, for fortune. Shifting your weapon equipment is useless. I'm just gonna say it's useless. So is this. Shifting artifact is useless. Gives us 3. That's HP, shift energy from those 2 reactive characters. We could use that with a good move on Sukos if we had prepared it better. Do that. You're planning on switching, aren't you? Oh. This does also mean I probably shouldn't use Animo right now, then. I'm gonna... yeah, we're gonna do this, shift this to that. Use a physical on him.
Cool it.
That's not good. I have a feeling I know what they're about to do. Yeah, heal you. And end turn. Oh, come on. So I can just change for free with that, but I don't know if I want that. Animo isn't an element that stays, is it? No, it isn't. And again, I could... Oh, I have an idea. We're gonna use this. Swap to you for free.
I can do it.
And then we can... Oh, we can do it free. That would get them off Kaya. That stops them from charging, yeah. Then they go on Sukkos. No, then they go to Diluc. Do we even I was going to say do we even 10, but I just accidentally used it. Whoops. Well. Yeah, that was I was thinking maybe I should just use regular attacks. That's fine. They're gonna do something, aren't they? Oh, never mind, okay. Ito and... Uta. Nice. We have a lot of Animo. And Kaya. I think I want to spend all of the Animo now. No. Use one summon on the opposing side and destroy. I don't think they have summons. Okay, so both of those only... Wait, so if I play it now, does it... I have to test it. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Because you can't pick who to... Yes, you can. No, it's just telling me who it will go to. I think I'll do the switch now. Activate Kaya's skill.
Ready when you are.
Switch back to Sucrose and cause double the... Ooh! We have something going on here. Ow. Not good. Third time he does that, we're down. But we're gonna risk it anyway. Insufficient element. Wait, what? Why? Oh, we need 4. Wait, I have a solution. This, because they don't summon things.
Oh, so sorry.
It's just Animoon damage in general, isn't it? Oh, I can do it anyway. Yeah, screw that. We're doing it. Spend the pyro.
I want to help.
And... I didn't think about that. Then again, it is good that we swapped because they ended the round anyway, so it would we would be screwed anyway. War for Zhao. What's that Zhao card? More on Animo. Omni, that's good. And 2 Animo. And 2 Flame. We could go Flame. Now we're going to go full Animo. I want to see what happens. We got a lot. We got Omnis and Animos. Holy fudge, that's a great roll. Now here's the thing, did they get the same roll or no? Destroy all summons. What does it mean, summons? Okay, yeah, that would be great. We're gonna play it. Then we're gonna... We're gonna do that.
Stand clear.
Do that, it hits everyone. Melt triggers do more damage. It goes to them. They've declared the end around that quick, really? What does that do? Ooh, that would actually be amazing. It gets rid of you and activates something that will cause that to keep happening.
My research. Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
And then, can I not, like, sacrifice this to... And this should heal Suko, supposedly? Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, we can use Catalyst now. Ooh, not a good roll. And we're planning on switching off Suko, so I don't think we're gonna do that. Keep the Pyro in case it's all we get. Okay, we got okay ones now. Ouch, that healing definitely is gonna help. I am glad we got rid of Sucrose, though. Because they could have done a lot of damage to us here, if we kept them alive. Oh, that's a summon! Okay, right! Don't play the shout card! That would be extremely... Can I aim it? No, I can't. I could use the Omni to switch the active character, then use one to switch... Oh my god. That would kill him, swap to him, and then we can finish him off. Wait! We win!
Stand clear.
Right?
Where did I go?
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Because then I can just switch using the Dendro. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bat, bada boom.
Let's finish this swiftly.
We will. And then all it takes is just any attack, but because we're gonna go overkill, we're gonna do this. Bada bing, bada fudge you.
I'm not done.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way to transplant the arms of the two standby characters onto the active character's body.
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose. Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TCG circles.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand losing. But it was a fun match.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the... Seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of Genius Invocation lies.
But
Okay.
what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and give up. Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invocation TCG is a really fun game.
What happens if you won, though?
Good. Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean,
I'll definitely be back.
All right. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyan's likely been busy making his tavern. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know.
Okie dokie. Wait, can we buy cards? Because I have enough more to do
I
that.
see. So you have now grasped the rules.
That's right. The travel, Paimon.
Becoming a TCG player is not sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the it's just a tabletop card game. Basically, to become an official and recognized.
So, you have to.
The duel you just played. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did.
Same way you can hear.
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. But first things first, Shuyen. Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to.
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he?
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ink. So the casket of
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called Caskets of Tomes.
Oh! Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next! The reason they can sense it.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence.
Darn! What a letdown. Alright, now let's see this casket.
All Caskets of Tome, probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, okay. So go and see Margaret to claim your Casket of Tomes.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2.
I shall choose the final contestant. Excellent plan, Prince.
Okay. Wait, are they gonna make me do like a fudging random player online after all this? Because I will definitely lose. And again, they say comparable power. Where are they? Am I done? Am I blind? Am I done? Oh, it's outside. It's nice how we have a new inside area now, though. Especially since it's Mondstadt, a place you'd think it'd all be done by now. But no. Never done.
Follow the wind. Time to go.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, you three. Has little Diona... Ah, I see you're here for your cast...
Ooh.
So this is...
That's right. A purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else...
Yeah, well, even the most fun game...
True. So I'm glad that these customers, you're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded...
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against, too. Thanks. I'll do my best.
I probably just said the other thing that I think about it. Hey, it's fine. Oh, it's a gadget. Now here's the thing. How in depth do they go with this? Yeah. This feels a cost, don't we? Yeah. You have your main characters here, out of the ones you can select, and you have all the actions you can choose here. Which have already been selected. Okay. Search for a player. Lucky coin. Oh! So that's how they're gonna make it fair. I see. So instead of having it be like...
There's a player nearby!
You can spend more to do it, because, well, that seems very unfair since a lot of people have a lot of more and some might have none. They made it to a whole new
Is
currency.
there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I'm on duty right now. I see you're serious about this. Very well. As a fellow TCG player, so be it. Then let the duel begin.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I need to go. You have something to do tomorrow. Here we go.